Introduction: when we talk about the human body, there are a few topics surrounded by as much curiosity, misunderstanding, and stigma as the appearance of the female genital areas, especially the labia, often called the vaginal lips. Some people wonder, what does it mean to have larger labia? Does it say something about a woman's sexuality, her health, or even her personality? Today we'll explore the truth through science, psychology, and education, while also clearing up some of the most common myths. By the end of this, you'll see that what's often hidden in shame is actually a completely normal, it's a natural variation that deserves understanding and respect. 1. Larger labia are a natural variation. The size, shape, and color of the labia vary just as much as other body parts like noses, ears, or hands. Some are small and tucked in. Others are larger and more noticeable. Neither is more normal than the other. Having large labia does not mean there's something wrong. It's simply one of the infinite ways human bodies express diversity. Think of it like eye color or height unique, but perfectly healthy too. The psychological impact of body image: here's where it gets interesting. While biology accepts this natural variation, society often doesn't. Many women feel insecure about the size of their labia, worrying they look different or abnormal. Psychology tells us that this anxiety often comes from social comparison theory, the tendency to compare ourselves to others, especially to unrealistic media portrayals. For example, filtered images, cosmetic trends, and even adult entertainment often promote a narrow idea of what genitalia should look like. This creates shame and self-doubt in women who don't match that standard, even though the standard itself is artificial. But here's the empowering truth: embracing your body's uniqueness actually strengthens confidence and mental health. The more we normalize anatomical diversity, the more women can free themselves from unnecessary anxiety. 3. Myths and misconceptions debunked. There are many myths surrounding labia size, and almost all of them are false. Myth 1. Larger labia mean someone is more sexually active. Reality: labia size is not affected by sexual activity. It's shaped by genetics, hormones, and natural changes throughout life. Myth 2. Small labia are the ideal or normal type. Reality: there is no ideal standard. Medical professionals agree that labia come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. Myth 3. Labia size affects fertility or health. Reality: absolutely false. Labia differences have no impact on reproductive health or ability to conceive. Clearing up these myths is vital, not just for women's self-esteem, but also for men to develop healthier, more realistic views of the female body. Point 4. Fascinating facts about the labia. Let's shift from stigma to celebration, because the labia are far more fascinating than most people realize. Fact 1. Highly sensitive labia contain many nerve endings, making them responsive to touch and an important part of sexual arousal. Fact 2. They change over time, just like skin, hair, or other body parts. Labia can shift in size, shape, and color with age, hormones, pregnancy, and even puberty. Fact 3. They serve a purpose. The labia help protect the vaginal opening from bacteria, dirt, and irritation, playing a role in both health and pleasure. When you realize this, you see the labia not as something to criticize, but as an incredible part of human anatomy. 5. The power of education: ignorance breeds shame. That's why open discussion is so important. Many people grow up without ever hearing that labia naturally look different from person to person. This lack of education leads to silence, secrecy, and sometimes even unnecessary surgeries driven by insecurity. By talking openly, we normalize differences and help people understand that their body is not something to hide. In fact, medical professionals emphasize that diversity is the norm, not the exception. Conclusion: a message of self-acceptance. What does it mean to have larger labia? It means absolutely nothing except that your body is uniquely yours. Every variation is part of the beautiful spectrum of human anatomy. And the more we learn, the more we realize that the only thing that truly matters is self-acceptance, confidence, and health. If you ever feel concerned about your body, consult a medical professional. But when it comes to size, shape, and appearance, remember this: there's no right or wrong. There's only you, and you are perfectly normal now. Here's the real question. If so many myths about labia size have been debunked, what other hidden truths about the human body are still waiting to be uncovered? Stay tuned, because in our next exploration, we'll reveal even more psychological facts and surprising insights that will change the way you see yourself and others forever. When it comes to conversations about the human body, respect, accuracy, and awareness are key. One common question people have is, what does it mean to have larger labia, often called vaginal lips? The truth is, labia, whether the labia majora outer lips or the labia minora inner lips, naturally come in countless shapes, sizes, and colors. Just like fingerprints, no two are exactly the same, and every variation is completely normal. 1. Larger labia are simply a natural variation. Having bigger labia is just one of the many ways human anatomy can differ. It doesn't reflect a person's health, sexual history, or personality. It's simply genetics and biology at work. 2. Body image and psychology. Many women feel self-conscious about the appearance of their labia, often due to unrealistic media portrayals or cultural beauty standards. But the reality is that labia size is not something to be judged. Embracing body diversity and body positivity can make a huge difference in mental and emotional well-being. 3. Breaking myths and misconceptions. 1 of the most common myths is that larger labia are linked to sexual activity or lifestyle. This is completely false. Labia size has no connection to sexual behavior, and changes over time can simply be due to puberty, hormones, pregnancy, or aging. 4. Fascinating facts about the labia. The labia contain many nerve endings, which makes them an important part of sensitivity and sexual pleasure. Over time, they can naturally change in appearance, reminding us how dynamic and unique the human body really is. 5. Why education matters. Open and honest education about anatomy helps reduce stigma, shame, and misinformation. The more people understand that differences are natural, the easier it becomes to accept and appreciate their own bodies with confidence. Conclusion: having larger labia doesn't carry any hidden meaning beyond the fact that your body is uniquely yours. Every variation is part of the incredible diversity of human anatomy. What matters most is self-acceptance, body confidence, and seeking medical advice only if you have genuine health concerns.